This is Eliseo. I'm a little bit hot. Let me turn it down a little bit. This is Eliseo. Welcome to Content Ecosystem. That is my newly branded YouTube channel. I'm so elated that you will be here. I appreciate it. And I have a brand new live series that I'm calling Creators on the Come Up. This series is going to feature some of the top premium YouTubers and content creators and just creative entrepreneurs in the game. So I'm excited to bring on anyone that you see I bring on. I'm a super fanboy. I can't even speak right now. I'm a fanboy of their work and of everything they do. So we have someone very special behind stage right now that we're going to get to. I actually came into his content actually genuinely on YouTube looking for how I can get help with my content creation journey, and I came across his content. It was super helpful. He has some really fundamental things that I had to figure out, and because of that, I subscribed to his channel, looked him up on Facebook, all the social media platforms, and turns out that he's just a really dope guy, man. So without further ado, we're actually going to get right into it. We're going to just have some great questions. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. And we also going to do a Q&A on Clubhouse right after this. Other than that, just hang out with us, and we're going to have a good talk with him and good interview. And he's a sniper as it relates to any type of content creation, monetization, any type of YouTube, anything like live streaming, all that stuff. He's just a genius. So definitely engage in the comments, and we're going to bring him right up. Let's go. Yeah. What's up, Owen Video? What it is, brother? How you doing?
What's up, bro? Hey, so good to be here. That is the best live show intro. That is the best introduction for a live show intro I have seen in a minute.
Wow. Appreciate
you had some like legit, no, really good, bro. Really good. And like, that's a lesson for everybody. You know, like I remember, you know, this is content creation in a nutshell, right? It's going to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant because you were hungry for that restaurant, right? You were hungry for a steak.
Yes.
You were hungry for some like crab legs or something, right? And so you get there, right? And you're looking at the touch list, right? And then they say, oh, you're going to love this steak. It's got like garlic butter. It's got like, you know, seasonings and herbs on it. And then you're getting all thirsty. You're getting all hungry for this steak. The waiter comes out. He's like, your steak's ready right now. Right. And then as he comes out with the steak, he puts it's on a garbage can lid.
Oh,
like he went and got a garbage can from outside and he turned it upside down. And he put the steak on top of it. This is how people deliver their content online, bro.
Wow.
And what you have done is you have like classed it up. You've taken it up a notch. That's what you got to do with your content. Like the way that you open is the way that you're setting the tone. And so I just love, like I had not seen that before. And my man Jay Houselander is out there in the audience. And it's just really good stuff. So I'm happy to be on the show today, man.
I appreciate it. Let me get this full screen going of you real quick. And let me unmute you here. Say something real quick. Let me make sure you're not muted on this scene.
What up?
All right, yeah, you're not muted on this scene. Cool. Yeah, I went to it earlier and you were muted. So, you know, we had a little, that's why we're kind of a few minutes late. We had some technical difficulties, but that's the beauty of going live, right? The beauty of going live is it's all raw. It's like, you know, so it takes a lot of pre-planning. This is why I love having him on this show because he is the king of pre-planning, the king. I see him testing all the time on Facebook. This guy, I mean, you know, what's funny is when I got in the live stream and I would test, and my followers would say, bro, stop testing and just do it already. And I'm like, well, I am doing it, but I gotta test too. Like I gotta make sure it's right. So like, what is your take on? Go ahead.
Every test is also like an advertisement, right? Every test is like, hey, something's coming.
Yeah.
You know, and so there's advertisement value in testing as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and I see you doing it a lot, but you're right, because every time I see you test, it's not long after that you come back with some fire.
Yeah.
It's
like, and testing's crucial, man. Like testing is a big part of it. You know, like we have this new show with a sponsor that wanted to partner with us on a show.
Okay.
And we had to like make sure that show gets incrementally better every single week. Like that's a part of my DNA.
Wow.
You know, that every week we have a goal, like let's do this better this time, or let's do that better.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that like a rising tide raises all ships, you know, type of thing. So when you focus on like, we're going to try, like I rarely try to focus on live viewership.
Yeah.
I try to focus on something else, like a better hook or a better graphic or a better transition. And that will in turn bring more people to the channel.
Wow.
I just filmed a video today for my YouTube channel at Owen Video. You guys can go subscribe over there.
Absolutely.
Where I talked about the 4 big metrics that you want to look at on YouTube. And none of them are views. Because here's the thing. You're going to look at views anyway, first of all.
Wow.
But once your video is published, you cannot really impact those views too much, right? Like all you can change now is the title and the thumbnail.
Wow.
So you got to focus on things like click-through and watch time, and that is going to drive your views.
Wow.
Right? Now again, your views are important, but also traffic sources, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe if you paid more attention to those traffic sources, you would get more views. And so I'm trying to like get creators to think in business terms, in business ways, not because I'm trying to turn you into like a businessman per se, but I kind of am, you know what I mean? Because I want to see you guys leave your job and like really focus on this full time. Now is the age of the video creator. And what I see is a lot of like really excited, talented video creators thinking like, I don't know, actors or like, like an artist. And you gotta button that up a little bit in order to get to the next level
and kind of transition into more of like the business side of it. Yeah. And
well, treat it like a business.
Yeah.
Treat it like a business. Like treat your views like a business. So it's not, I got 300 views, I'm stoked. It's okay, I got 300 views. What % increase is that from last week?
Wow.
And why did I get those views? You know, what can I do in the next video to maybe double that? And is doubling that ridiculous? Like, should I maybe just try to go for 400 instead of 600? You know, it's that kind of thinking that will get you to the next level. I work with a lot of creators. Mostly the creators I work with are like, they already own companies. And so they already kind of have this thinking. But the challenge is sort of like analyzing the data. Like, why did you get 300 views on this one? Right. And you have to kind of guess, well, the intro could have been better.
Yeah.
And when I get a lot of like, it's a perfect video, man. It's a perfect video and it sucked. Like nobody watched it. It's like, well, it wasn't a perfect video then, was it?
Wow. That's amazing. Well, actually, I'm just kind of rebranding my channel to be content creation and monetization, to kind of focus on not just the content creation side, but actually how do we then translate that into revenue? So like, I love everything that you talk about as it relates to being a creator, and something that you said just really hits home, because as you know, I'm an artist, I'm a rapper, I'm a musician. So it's hard to transition when you come to YouTube. It is kind of hard to transition from you said people think like an artist, or they think like and that's kind of the mindset that I was in too, but you have to make that transition into actually like business and numbers and data and all that. And so that's tough, man. So what is your advice on somebody kind of making that mental or that business transition? Like, what would you like, is there any like key or any tips that you would give somebody like me to be like?
I would say to just be conscious of that first of all, and add that to your educational workout, right? So start reading books about business, and like Traction's a great book. You know, I'm reading Hook Point right now, which is about capturing attention.
Wow.
Good to Great. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was okay. Like I enjoyed the first couple chapters of Good to Great. And by the way, I Audible all this stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like this is all like audiobook stuff.
Yeah.
Atomic Habits. Dope.
Okay.
Atomic Habits is fire for in terms of like developing the habits that lead to success. You know, I'm a cancer survivor. I'm not sure if you knew that, but
I didn't know that, and I wanted to get into a little bit of that. So that's a great transition.
And we can. And we can. You know, here's the thing. Like, there are things that people do to beat cancer, right? And there are things that people don't do. Like, the people that focus on their health, that take control of their health, the people that switch their diets, the people that like take natural supplements in addition to like medical chemotherapy. Like, these are the people that make it. The people that go, I don't want to hear the results, or the people that go, you know, those are the people that don't make it. And it's sad, but it becomes true, because like, as like going through the cancer journey, like we adopted habits. We began juicing and trying these different things that people who survive cancer do.
Wow.
And we survived cancer. Now you see people that get diagnosed and they're like, yeah, well, that's just not me.
Wow.
Or I, well, I'm just going to do what my doctor said.
Wow.
And, we wish all those people well, but it gets frustrating because you're like, dude, winners do certain things. And it's the same with YouTube, right? So like there are things that people with big channels and successful channels do. And one of those things is outsource editing. And I hear from creators all the time, I could never do that, and yet all the successful YouTubers do that. So where does that put you? You got to think about that. Now, I'm not saying go outsource your editing right now. What I'm saying right now is think about the idea that you will be outsourcing your editing at some point in the future. And then just start, well, what would I need to do that? Like, what would I need to prepare for that?
Yeah. What does that look like? Yeah. That framework. Wow. And how do you integrate that? That's phenomenal.
And when?
Yeah. And
when are you ready for that? Like I hear a lot of people say that I can't afford it. And it's like, really, how much does it cost? And they can't even tell me. And it's like, you don't even know how much it costs. You could have an editor for $250 a month. Look at this. You could hire an editor in the Philippines for $250 and you tell them, copy my videos exactly. Wow. Right. And they'll figure it out. Like these guys are good guys.
Yeah.
So now let's say you still edit, but now for $250 and you got a job at Starbucks or you got a job at Target or you got a job like doing whatever. So you could afford $250, but now you're cranking out twice the videos, doubling the speed at which you get to monetization. Wow. And if you're already monetized, doubling the amount of videos that you're monetizing. So, that's the thing. You got to get to monetization faster. And then once you're in monetization, you need to double the amount you're making with monetization. Wow. That's like the arena that I want you guys to be thinking in. If you want to be full time, if this is just fun for you, then just have fun with it. You know what I mean? But if it's like, hey, if I want to do some real stuff with my life and do my thing, then you're gonna need to like buckle down a little bit.
Gotcha, man. We just came out the gate swinging today. So shout out to Dr. Elo on the super chat. I appreciate that. I got my first super chats last week on my first live stream. And those are amazing, man. So thank you for that. Shout out to Zapita Media. Hopefully I'm saying that.
Zapita. That's my man Silos. In the house. Carlos actually is my channel manager, and he takes care of our editing. He makes sure the videos get uploaded. Like he makes sure the thumbnails are on point. Carlos is the man, and he's definitely like on his way up.
Hey, well, y'all hit Carlos up if y'all need. I don't know if he's taking on more clients, but if he is, y'all hit him up, man. I know
he has to ask me first.
I know he has a full workload with you. I know you don't take it easy on him.
And I actually stole him from a client. Carlos and his client came to Vid Summit and stopped me, and they're like, we want to work with you. And so we worked with them for a year. We taught him like so much stuff, and now he's on a roll. He knows. So when I came time where I needed to hire a VP, a lot of people hire, like they talk about hiring a VA, like a virtual assistant. We don't agree with that. You need to hire a VP, a video producer, someone who just handles your video production stuff.
Wow.
Because that's what you're gonna have a VA do anyway. But think about it, like your VA doesn't know anything about video production. Wow. But when you hire a videographer, you hire a small YouTuber to help manage your channel. Now you've got this synergistic approach going on. So Carlos has his own channels. He manages another channel. He manages my channel. Wow. And so we're like all moving forward together. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
it's
super
a really
smart.
great arrangement.
Well, how many subscribers are you at now, bro?
60,000, 65,000.
So that's double. Like you've doubled in the last. Has it been about a year that you think you've doubled?
It's been a little longer than that. I really feel like we have very slow growth on our channel. You know, and here's the thing: is like the claim to my success in this business is really not about my channel. It's about the channels that we've grown. Like we launched James Altucher's channel. We got him to 20,000 subscribers in his first year. And for those of you guys that don't know who James Altucher is, he's a big name in sort of the online. He got big in Bitcoin and crypto, and now he's more of a financial guy. But we built the channel for Fortune 500 companies. These huge brands come to us, and we get millions of views. We've helped business owners everywhere. So my channel is one piece of the pie. But, I struggle with my channel the same way everybody else does. And I think that there's a lot of lessons there. When I first began, I was teaching WordPress. and I got 20,000 subscribers from doing WordPress videos.
Wow.
But then I switched to YouTube tips, and so all of a sudden those 20,000 subscribers are going like, what is this? And then even in doing that, like I made a video about chatbots and how to use chatbots with YouTube.
Yeah.
And that video got hundreds of thousands of views. So if you go to my channel, I have videos with hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of views, but they're like in these little niches.
Yeah.
It's like chatbots, Snapchat, and all these little areas. And so there isn't like this cohesive audience there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Some of them like YouTube, some of them want WordPress, some of them are into chatbots, some of it. And so there's no unifying factor. And that is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What I want to encourage you guys to do is be better than me, right? Like my channel generates 6 figures a year. Don't get me wrong. Like we're well known in the space.
Wow.
But if you're trying to grow a channel, you got to like pick your niche and then pick your silos. And this is a big part of what we teach, right?
Yeah.
Is a silo strategy.
Actually, I remember you. It's like you had an epiphany. It was a few months ago, and you had this epiphany about the silos, and you did a big thing on your group about it. And that was that was big for me, even because I was like, wow, that's so big. Like, can you go into a little bit of that silo?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like you've got to like pick your value statement. What does your channel stand for, right? What is the 2 or 3 sentences that sort of sums up your channel, right? And if you've got a cooking channel, then your channel should be, like the cooking show where we cook soul food. And that's what you do. And when you say something like soul food, you're only going to cook soul food. And it means you're not going to cook these other things, right? Like Italian food. Now, similarly, you could say something like, we're the gluten-free cooking show. And you're only gonna cook gluten-free stuff. But like when you go out there and you say like, I'm gonna be the gluten-free, hey, welcome to the gluten-free cooking show where we cook gluten-free meals. Today I wanted to show you a skit I did with my kids. And all of a sudden you're like out of left field. I didn't sign up for that. I don't want to see a skit with your kids. And it's not. What's up, Penrod Media? Penrod Media in the house. Good to see you. So Dr. Elo is asking the LinkedIn niche. Like, if you're going to do a YouTube channel about growing on LinkedIn, then you're not going to talk about Facebook unless it's in a Facebook versus LinkedIn kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You've got to think about your framing.
Yeah.
So we think about your value statement like a tabletop. Okay? And the silo strategy are like the legs of the table. And when I hear your value statement, I should be able to kind of assume the topics that you're going to dig into. Right. And you've got to be able to like properly express those over time on your channel and create in those themed sort of systematic ways. So, for example, if you've got a LinkedIn channel and you're building in the LinkedIn niche, I would do something like, so it's like, hey, welcome to the LinkedIn channel where we show you how to master LinkedIn to grow your business and grow your brand. We cover 4 big topics on the channel. We talk about how to grow your network on LinkedIn.
Wow.
We talk about how to turn a LinkedIn friend into a lead. We talk about LinkedIn algorithm secrets and how to get your stuff, more comments, more likes, get into the newsfeed. And then maybe we talk about LinkedIn Pulse. I'm not like a LinkedIn expert, so I don't really know. But you see like all 4 of those things, and you can have more than 4 legs on your table. You can have 10 legs on your table if you want.
Yeah.
But start with 4, maybe start with 3. And make 5 videos in each. Make 5 videos in networking tips and 5 videos in like how to like engage in the DMs or something, something like that.
The thing about your channel to me, though, when you were talking about how you were crossing silos or crossing content, it seemed like the content that you were doing was still relatively like you said, like I have this live streaming content, and then you was like I have this YouTube tips content. So do you think still that was still too bad? Like it was confusing the algorithm and confusing your viewer? Go ahead.
No, my problem was I had very successful videos on WordPress.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Air Force One, for that. He says he's loving all the info. My problem was that I had these really successful videos on WordPress, and that kind of sucked for me.
Yeah.
So like, but at the same time, it discovered me, right? Because I have always been a video guy. I was a video guy that made websites, and we made websites. But here's the thing: we sold a video for every page in that website.
Wow.
And this is like back in the day. It's like 10 years ago when I started on YouTube, maybe 6, 7 years ago.
Wow.
if those videos weren't successful, then I think that my channel would have grown a little bit faster because I would have developed a YouTube audience. The problem is I ended up developing this huge audience in WordPress. And it was like, at the time, it was great.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, I'm getting discovered. But remember, this was in the beginning of YouTube. Like, I was sort of getting big when nobody was big. Like, I was getting big when Daryl was getting big and Tim was they were bigger than me.
Wow.
But, and I knew them. They were friends of mine, you know, more like mentors at the time, you know, but, and now they're good friends. Daryl remains a mentor. Like, I work with him on a personal level every week.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, he's a good guy. And he really goes the distance for people like me. He really does look after you. My point is developing audience is key, guys. And like, you don't want your breakout, massive, most popular videos to be on an off topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want everything to be like in this niche. And if you're dying, like, for example, we're starting a new Amazon Alexa channel about all things Amazon Alexa and home automation.
Wow. That's such a great idea, bro. Such a great idea.
None of that. Thank you, bro. None of that's going to go on my Owen Video YouTube channel.
Yeah.
None of it, because it's a different audience.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to separate those things.
Man, that's amazing, bro. So, like, have you seen when you started? So what is your niche now? What is your silo, your main silo now, bro? That's a good question.
Yeah, well, we've got, like, on the YouTube channel, we're doing YouTube live streaming sales videos. Those are the 3 silos that we're working on. Now, we also do brand deals, okay? But we've done a lot of those already, and they're just kind of like wavering.
Yeah.
So I don't know I'm going to do any more right now. And here's the thing. I get questions from YouTubers all the time about brand deals, but they just don't want to watch the videos. And it's a really interesting kind of phenomenon. It's the number one question I get. Then I make a video about it. They don't watch it.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured that out yet, but it's part of the game. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing is I'm backing off.
Yeah.
Do you know Benji over at Video Influencers? Do you know who they like, Benji and Sean?
Yeah, they sound familiar. Yeah, Video Influencers.
So I did a show with him. We had like 200, 300 live viewers on brand deals. Benji calls me up. Benji's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. He's a good friend, and he calls me up and he's like, hey, I want you to talk about brand deals because you talk about brand deals better than anybody.
Yeah.
And we had this big show. And so I'm like, I'm going to do this whole brand deal silo. But I'm telling you, it's very interesting. Like, when Benji talks about it, they'll watch.
Yeah.
When I talk about it, it's like they want to hear different things. So that's what silos do. They help you find out where your content is.
Yeah.
You know, and what your audience wants. Because you have to talk about what you are an expert in, but you also have to kind of do some of the everyday stuff too. Like, I have to talk about like how to get views and how to get subscribers. It's not my favorite content.
Yeah.
Because make better videos. That's the answer. Every time. You know,
make better
but
videos.
You have to do it, right? You have to do that content.
Wow, that's amazing, man. So cool. Just to kind of back a little bit, because like I said, we came out the gates just blazing, all guns blazing. But I just kind of want.
And I'm talky today. I'm chatty today too. Like I'm just going.
What's in the cup, bro? What's in the cup, bro?
It's sparkling water, bro. Like, I'm actually water fasting today. So I don't know if you've ever done like a fast, but I'm like a health nut right now because I got COVID. And then after COVID, I got a COVID-related illness, and that put me in the hospital for 2 days, bro.
Oh, man.
2 days.
It's funny that you say that because the biggest video on my channel is a water fasting video where I water fasted.
No, really?
Which messed my channel up. So I did a water fast just before I even knew what YouTube was. Right, it was 2017. I didn't even know the power of YouTube. So I did a 21-day water fast where I didn't eat nothing for 21 days. I posted that on my channel, and now it's over almost 750,000 views. So that's the biggest video on my channel, and now I got all these subscribers for that. I'm like, I'm not finna water fast for my whole life. Like, what you want me to do? So now,
is it a vlog? What's the channel about?
So my channel now is about content creation and monetization. That's my channel, right? But when I uploaded that video, I've gotten paid probably $4,000 or $5,000 off that one video just in ad revenue. But I'm not finna make fasting content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just did that to. You know what you could do though? You could definitely make a silo
that it talks about content creation in the language of a water fast.
Wow.
So it's like, hey, I did this water fast. Like, here's, you know, and here's the 3 blogs I could write from it. Or,
wow.
You know, talking about like my 21 day fast video series. And you talk about like just how you could try to leverage that a little bit to bring water fasting into the conversation.
I know, bro.
But you get the issue though. You get it.
Yeah,
it's real.
Maybe we should talk offline. You know what I'm saying? But that I think that would be dope.
I got your back.
Just to kind of incorporate that, because, like I said, I think when you go in that video, you know how you can click on how many subscribers you got from that one video. I think I've got like 6,000 subscribers from that one video. So now I'm doing content creation and monetization, which isn't bad, but it's like that's not what they subscribe for. So it's like I kind of feel like you with the WordPress deal, like come on, man,
100%, bro. But you know what? Praise the Lord, right? Because you got monetized. Now you're monetized, so everything you do, and all you got to do now is just get more than 6,000 in content creation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's a hole you got to work yourself out of, and it's real.
That's awesome. So like I said, I want to kind of back up a little bit because, like, you know, I've been following you on Facebook for a while. Like I said, I love your whole vibe, love your wife, your family. You're always posting stuff with your family. So like, let me ask you, like, how was that, like, mentally? You kind of touched on it before, but how was that mentally with the whole cancer thing? And like, what do you, of course, I know the faith in God, like, but was there anything like tangible that you could feel like that brought you out of that? Like anything that you did?
Yeah, there's so much, bro. Cancer changes you as a person. It changes your whole life.
Wow.
Okay. And it changes the people around you, right? There's no way around that. It's up to you to like take those lessons. Right. And I see a lot of people that don't take the lessons. They live in the pain. And I understand that it's a painful experience and you lose part of who you are, but you got to remember the who you were.
Wow.
Okay. The person you were.
Wow.
Was a person whose body develops cancer.
Wow.
And so you have to go through a change.
Yeah.
In order to become a healed person, right? Like otherwise the cancer will come back. Okay. Wow. So there's a lot of self-reflection and mental toughness, I think that goes into it. And I'll say this, that like the big lessons that I got from that is that like time is short. Okay.
Wow.
And I wanted to be really effective with my time. Now, I don't mean time is short and like, and thank you, B-Love. And I want to get to Jay's question too. It's a great question. I don't mean time is short like we could all die someday. I hate it when people say I could get hit by a bus tomorrow because you're not going to get freaking hit by a bus tomorrow. You know what I mean? But people get cancer every day.
Wow.
It's not about like I'm going to die someday or you could die from cancer. It's about like you only have so much time today to do things.
Wow.
And this applies to all of us. So when I was going through chemotherapy, it was 5 days a week, multiple hours in the therapy infusion center per day. So Monday was like 4 hours, Tuesday was like 2 hours, Wednesday was like 3 hours. You know, and it's like a different medicine every day. And you're just like getting like all of this. So in order to build a business, what I learned was this: I can't work at all that week.
Wow.
Like I thought I could. I thought I could do 4 hours on Monday and then come home and like work an hour, but I couldn't. I was throwing up, you know, and I was just dead the whole week.
Yeah.
So what I learned was this: don't work that week.
Wow.
Be ultra productive the next week, the week after, and the week after.
Wow.
And that was part of that lesson of you only have so much time, right?
Wow.
So being effective with my time led me to want to outsource certain activities.
Yeah.
Like editing. At that time, I was editing my own videos. And I was like, you know, even though I love editing, and I still love editing, and I still edit for fun. Usually stuff no one sees. I'll do family videos and stuff like this. But I started hiring editors.
Yeah.
And at the time, there were no editing services in the Philippines. Like that, it just didn't exist yet. Other things like taking a break. Like I am very anti-hustle culture.
Wow.
I believe in the hustle, and I'm willing to put my hustle against anybody's.
Wow.
Right? But my wife loves me. My kids know me.
Wow.
My mom and my dad see me.
Wow.
Right? Like you can hustle 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
and then stop hustling and then be a person.
Wow. Man, you preaching.
You know what
now,
I mean?
Man. You preaching.
Yeah, and I believe in it. I think this will make you a better person, because the moments that you spend, if you have kids, spending time with your kids, if you're single and you're young, and it's more like the evenings are just the evenings, like, dude, watch sitcoms, man. Like, watch TV, laugh, watch comedians, watch YouTube channels, and get inspired and go on a walk and like fill your brain with blood and oxygen.
Wow.
Positive input.
Yeah.
And don't do anything with it. Just let your brain process it.
Wow.
We go, and we never stop to think, what should I do with everything that I did today? You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, man, like last year, and we're going to change the vibe, because, I know we want to change the vibe soon, but, Anisha Collins, she died from cancer.
Oh, yeah.
And that was,
bro, that's my girl right there.
That was hard. I cried, bro, legit tears.
I did too.
I cried, man. Like, so, she was a videographer, and she had a big, and she was young. So for that to happen. And then I had another friend, same age, die from cancer. So it really kind of made me reflect on everybody that I knew beat it, like you and a few other people that I knew beat it. And I just was like, kind of like thanking God for y'all, that like y'all still here. And, I see an attitude in you. I can kind of tell your spirit. Like, I can see an attitude in you, like where you live life to the fullest, bro. I can tell, like, every day you get up, you're like, man, I got to live this life to the fullest. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try.
I have the same struggles that we all do. Like, there's days where I just don't feel like getting out of bed, or like I get out of bed and it's like, man, back to the grind. Like, like even for me, bro, I feel like, why am I grinding after so many years? I've traveled the world with Peter McKinnon, and Sean Duras and Gary Vaynerchuk, like Daryl Eves. I've traveled the world with these guys. I've introduced them on stage, and it's like, why am I still trying to make ends meet here?
Wow.
Like, why aren't there people knocking down my door? Why isn't there a line outside my door right now?
Wow.
And so don't get me wrong, like we have a successful, thriving business, but you always want more. It's like you always think you should be bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wake up with the same problems, but it's that mental toughness that like kicks in, that just goes, get behind me, Satan.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tolerate these thoughts. And you have to actively do that. Like, you can't just wait for this thing to happen in you. You have to be like, nope, I'm not going to tolerate that thought. I don't feel like getting up, but I'm going to get up. I'm going to have some coffee.
Wow.
I'm going to have my multivitamins, and I believe in multivitamins. Like they pep you up. Like charge your body, fill your brain with blood and oxygen, and go get it.
He said, the Bible actually says, cast down, every, a thought, so,
Yes.
So I love how you said, when you think that thought, you're like, no, I'm not going to think that. I'm just going to get up, man. Is faith like a huge
strongholds.
thing for you? Like, is faith like a huge thing?
Oh, bro, it's inseparable from who I am. You know what I mean? Like in 2009, God saved me from the darkness that I was living in.
Wow.
And revealed a whole new way of living to me. You know what I mean? And like that changed my life. I go through my ups and downs. Like when all of a sudden the doctor tells you that you have cancer, you're like, what the hell, God? What the hell's that about? You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was one of yours. And I don't know what he's going to tell you guys, but I know what he told me, and he didn't tell me for weeks, bro. Like he let me just hang on that. He let me just hang on it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the journey, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a big part of who I am. And it's a big part of like where like it's not like, here's the thing. It's like, we're trying to pray for miracles, right? Like I'm not trying to pray for a miracle. I'm trying to, like, I already am a miracle.
Wow.
And I'm just trying to like step into that every day.
Oh man, that's good. Wow. Step into the miracle. That's awesome. Man, that's shirtable. Step into the miracle. That's shirtable,
Merch.
bro.
Merch.
I'll give you 50%. 50%.
Yes.
Step into the miracle.
Partnership. I love it.
That's what's up. Shout out to everybody on the comments. We have Felicia Austin in the building. She's amazing. We got Edge and Associates in the building. They are amazing. We have B Love in the building. Man, thanks for the support, y'all. Lim Drops in the building. Man, these are awesome. Thanks for the super chat, Lim Drops. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Helping me buy some rice and beans for the kids. I appreciate that. Cast down every vain imagination. Absolutely, man. So cool, man. Well, you got me pumped up in so many ways, man. And just hearing you talk about that was just amazing. So now just really quick, kind of want to pivot a little bit now, as it relates to, I've seen you doing a lot of things and I hear this question a lot on Clubhouse. Believe it or not, it's probably one of the biggest questions I hear. It is, I know you're like, where's it going to go with this? Does TikTok help me grow my YouTube channel? That is one of the biggest questions I hear. And you are, I want to say, the only TikToker that I know that successfully uses it, leverages it to help your business and your YouTube channel. Can you kind of go into that a little bit? Yeah. I don't understand TikTok at all. Like, can you break it down?
So I love TikTok. Yeah, I love TikTok.
You get millions of views on there, bro. You get millions of views, man. That's crazy.
And we got one blowing up right now. So like our latest is probably, I checked, it was like a 1.4 million today. It's at 1.5 million now. So that's 500,000 today. It hit 1 million yesterday. Wow. And then we got another 500,000 today. So it's still,
are you serious?
It's still rolling. Yeah. And we got a weekend coming up here around the corner. So that could be really good for us. I think that the vacation days really helped.
Felicia said, "Oh, and I would love to meet you and talk about your God journey." Yeah, that's Felicia Austin. She's good people.
Yeah. Hit me up on Instagram. Like that's where I'm most social.
Yeah.
I'm active on Facebook as well, but I'm not really social there. It's a business tool. So like my people tend to answer over there, but Instagram is where I network and I actually engage. So Felicia would love to chat more. Look, TikTok will grow, I think, your YouTube channel if it's related, in fact, to the YouTube channel you're promoting.
Wow.
So on TikTok, like our channel is family comedy, and it's what we call family edgy, meaning that it's maybe not G-rated, but it's safe for kids, because our assumption is that your kids are in the room or watching without you, and we want you to know when they're watching Owen video, then they're watching enlightening humor that it might be lowbrow, it might be kid jokes sometimes, but we try to be like clever and fun. But here's the thing, like when you're a video creator, I believe in off platform, and I think you got to find the right off platform network for you. I don't care for Instagram. That's why I'm social on Instagram, because I'm not trying to grow anything there. Like I'm not trying to like make posts that go viral. I do story updates from time to time, but it's really just a place where I engage in the DMs a little bit more. So I don't care for Instagram. I like TikTok a lot. So yes, with TikTok, I would be sort of doing the same content, but doing a different way. Here's a good example. So we're launching this Amazon channel and we're reviewing Amazon products. Okay. And I just did a video on like, I don't know, it was something like an Alexa routine. Like, what are the stages of an Alexa routine?
Wow.
And then as soon as I was done filming that, I turned my video this way.
Okay.
Refocused it. And then I did, I put my Alexa in front of me, and check it out, bro. I just did this. And I can put anything there.
Wow. On TikTok?
On TikTok.
Nice.
Because I think you need to build these things together at this point. Like, I think you need to engage people wherever. So if you got a video that's like, 5 ways to grow on TikTok, it's like 5 ways to grow on TikTok. And it's like, or sorry, 5 ways to use your Amazon Alexa. And it's like, boom, do this. And then boom, do this. More info on YouTube. And then they go to your profile and then you have a longer video on YouTube. Then yes, you're going to grow your channel.
Gotcha.
So I would look at like, where are you going to double up? Like, is it going to be YouTube and LinkedIn? Maybe it's going to be YouTube and your blog.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be YouTube and TikTok. But I believe in off platform, and I think that you should have sort of like a.
So what's the difference? Because I heard you say don't repurpose. What's the difference between repurposing and off platform?
Okay, so it's the same thing, but it's not about don't repurpose. It's about have a strategy.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's easy to say, oh, never do this thing, but that's not true. Everybody does all the things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like everything's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So you got to just pick where you're going to be and how you're going to be there.
Yeah.
What I don't like is when you kind of do this thing where you're like, I'm going to make this YouTube video and then stick the same video on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Like, don't do that. What you need to do is make a 90-second, and we actually got really good at this, but it's so hard to grow on Instagram for educational stuff like this.
Yeah.
Water fasting would be bomb on Instagram. But this content, how to grow on YouTube on Instagram, is not great content, right?
Yeah.
So, but we got really good at taking our YouTube videos and then editing a 90-second version, adding some meme text to it and captions, and cranking those out. That's the way I think to do it. For us, it didn't work because we have a category problem. But if you got a family vlog, if you're doing faith, politics, if you're doing dietitians type stuff, like that's going to do really well on Instagram. You know, so you got to know. We call it the 3 Ps. Okay, so platform, people, purpose. What platform are you on? Mm-hmm. Who are the people that you're trying to reach on that platform? Okay. Because your audience on YouTube is different than the audience on Facebook.
Yeah, and they have a different mindset too. Like people,
that's what I mean.
I understand. Like on YouTube, they like come for educational, longer form content. But then I notice on Instagram, it's like this fly by night content. Like they know, you know. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You got to consider that. And then you got to consider the purpose. Like, what is it you're trying to accomplish here? Are you growing brand? Are you just trying to like build awareness? Building awareness is key, guys. Like just letting people know you have a YouTube channel. Wow. So if you go to my Instagram channel and you watch one of my 90-second videos, at the end, there's a short trailer that's like, hey, lots of new content on YouTube. Be sure to follow us there. It just lets you know that there's content on YouTube.
Wow. That's awesome. I heard you say with your YouTube channel, you make 6 figures. Is there any way you could tell us kind of what that looks like? Is it, I know it's not ad revenue. I know it's not all brand deals. Is it like consulting? Like what does that kind of look like for you as far as like for like a small YouTuber like me, like what should I aspire to, how should I aspire to make 6 figures with a channel? I mean, I know it's different for each people, but like,
I wish every creator would ask that question. That is such a great question. Nobody cares, honestly. Like I feels like YouTubers have this, I'm going to make 6 figures with AdSense. And it's like, dude, nobody makes 6 figures with AdSense. Like, you know, it's just so rare. And even the people that do, that's the cost of their video production.
Yeah.
Like AdSense is barely paying anyone's bills. Okay. Wow. The money, listen, the money comes from brand deals and products.
Yeah.
And when I say products, it's like it could be merch, but it could be courses, it could be consulting. It's something you sell.
Yeah.
You provide. Jay is saying I care. So yes, my money comes from brand deals, which have been in the 6 figures.
Okay.
And from consulting. And our consulting is in the form, like, I mean, it's a lot of forms, but the big ones are, we have a group program and then we have a private program. Diana Gladney in the house.
Oh, Queen
big
D?
interview on
Queen D?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I call it.
I like that. Big interview. She got featured on Social Media Examiner. This week. That's big.
Yeah, it's coming up.
That's big.
It didn't happen already, did it? It's coming up, right?
I think it might be, maybe it's a live coming up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But dude, that Social Media Examiner like put me on the map for sure in the beginning.
Oh yeah, you've worked with him?
Michael Stelzner is a very close personal friend.
Oh wow!
But I've been on multiple videos on their channel.
Wow.
I've been a speaker at his conferences for the last 5 or 6 years.
Wow!
He's a personal mentor, personal friend, and yeah, for sure. Like it's a great group to be aligned with. But going back to your question about monetization, you know, I think you have to sell something. Membership sites are okay. But I really want to challenge all creators out there to like have something of substance that you control.
Yeah.
The payment gateway, right? So they pay you. I think that too many times creators are like, I'm going to start a $5 Patreon or a $5 membership, and it's like, dude, crank your value up. You know what I mean? It's like, do $100 for the year, right? Or $10 a month.
Wow.
You know, but just whatever you think it should be, make it more.
You know, I know I made a mistake. So like when I hit around like the the 10,000 subscriber mark, and then I just had like people hitting me up for YouTube help, right? So like I remember I kind of like I'll get into consulting and whatever, and I found it to be like a complete time suck and a complete channel, like an energy drainer for me to focus on my channel. So I was like, you know, I know it was a mistake, but I found myself like helping people start their YouTube channels. I'm doing like graphics for the YouTube channel, their banners. I'm helping them like optimize their channels, and like I'm charging like anywhere between like $250 to $500 to do it. But then I said to myself, this is not a scalable business model. And not only is it taking me away from my channel, but it's like I'm putting more energy into their channel. So now I just said I got to figure out like a more scalable, maybe digital products. It's like courses and stuff. That's why you see courses are so big. Like, how do you do consulting and it not become like a time suck and it not become like it feels like a job, like a jack.
I learned the same lesson. I learned the same lesson you learned. You know, we did the same thing. We used to build channels. I used to knock on doors. I want y'all to hear this because, like, I don't know, like, no, not a lot of people know this about me, but I used to knock on doors in downtown San Diego and Salt Lake City because my dad lives in Salt Lake City and I lived in San Diego. And so I would fly to visit my dad, but during my downtime, I would just go to Salt Lake City and knock on doors. And I would knock on doors for businesses and I would say, hey, my name is Owen and I would like to build a YouTube channel for you.
Wow.
And I had my camera with me so that we could do a video that day and I could show them like the work that I would do. But I sold YouTube channels. And dude, I crushed, bro. Like we did 6 figures in my first year in business.
Wow.
Because it was the right time and I know how to sell. And I think walking in with the camera really helped. So even if they said no, I usually still sold them a video anyway.
Wow.
And at the time, nobody was doing this kind of thing. So I get it. But I got into that grind and I'm like, dude, my channel's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
And I'm unhappy. I remember, no joke, my wife's in bed. I come into the room. It's like I come into the room and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I look at her and I just went on the floor and began to cry.
Oh,
and I cried because this customer was treating me like garbage. And I'm like, I holding my profanity back right here, but I'm just like, she's a nobody.
Wow.
She is a nobody local thing that she thinks she's so hot.
Wow.
And my channel's I'm already bigger than she is, and she's treating me like dirt.
Wow.
And that's when I decided that we were going to make a more scalable business model.
Wow.
And so that comes from like reading the books. It comes from going to the conferences. It comes from hiring your own coaches. I have always had a coach. I have a coach now. Last year, I had like 3 coaches.
Wow. Who were your 3 coaches last year?
A guy named Adam, who's one of the best sales coaches I've ever had.
Wow.
He works more predominantly with my wife. Daryl Eves is another coach that I've had. And then, I'm trying to think of who that third one was, but I know that we had like 3 different coaching programs last year.
That's crazy.
My point is that you should always have someone that you're working with that's like helping you to develop your model. Absolutely. But what you want to do is you want to be in a place where you can gather people of like need.
Yeah.
Right. So their needs are roughly the same and you can address them all at one time.
Wow.
I actually don't really support course creation. There's a billion courses out there and I could pretty much Google any of it at any time. What you want to do is like be in a place where you provide something nobody else can duplicate.
Yeah.
Like watch Shark Tank, like they say like, oh, well, this technology is duplicatable. We're not going to invest in it. That I think is your personal time. So if you can figure out a one-to-many type of program, Jay Houselander says, doesn't matter who you are. Owen treats everyone the same no matter who you are. I appreciate that, Jay. And I like to think that that's who I am as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So one-to-many, put yourself in a situation where you're doing something nobody else can do.
I was just in a conference and they were saying, find your unique value proposition. Like, what's your unique value proposition? And I thought that was super powerful, man. So that's what's up, man. What time is it where you're at?
7:27.
Oh, 7:20. Okay, it's 9:30 over here. Cool. So I just want to give some shout outs real quick. Once again, we have Lim Drops. Lim Drops here. Where is your blue wrench? I think he's talking about the moderator thing. I gotta make them moderators.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that, honestly. I don't know how to make.
Just hover over them.
Oh, okay.
Hover over their name. There's 3 dots, and then you should be able to put like.
Oh, but that's on YouTube, right? I gotta do that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, because you're on the system.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely make them mods. I ain't want to just do that without their permission, but since they're asking for it, hey, mod them up. Cool.
Yeah.
So, are you?
We'll take all the help we can get. You know.
Exactly, man. So, I think the last string of questions I want to ask you, and you probably already alluded to you, but if you were to start like from day one, start a YouTube channel right now from the beginning, day one, what would be like your course of action right now just to get your YouTube channel popping? Like, what would be go ahead.
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now with the Amazon channel. And like I said, we're building a new channel on Amazon Alexa products because I love and I am passionate about Amazon Alexa products.
Wow.
And so that's like maybe the number one thing is like whatever you're going to start your channel on, you got to like love it in a way that it's not going to go away.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And then what I would do is I would create my silos.
Okay.
Right? What are the 4 content categories that you're going to create in?
Wow.
You know what I mean? So if for Amazon Alexa, it's like unboxings.
Okay.
It's routines.
Okay.
It's reviews.
Okay.
And that's what I'm working on right now.
Gotcha.
More will come, and I think that even within unboxings, you're going to have like dots, and then you're going to have speakers. Oh, light bulbs. What am I thinking, dude?
Yeah,
like
light bulbs. Yeah.
So you got to have like these categories that help you come up with the content. You create a content plan.
That's crazy. I actually just got Alexas this Christmas, like for all the rooms, and it's
Good.
like it's so annoying because all the kids are wanting to talk to Alexa all day, and it's like, come on, man, get a grip.
So here's the thing. That's another silo. You just reminded me is I got to do kid Alexas because
wow,
my kids are the same thing. We had to like live like Alexa time is almost like screen time, but here's the thing.
It is,
dude. Alexa's smart, bro.
Alexa.
So instead of discipline, we believe in discipline. Okay, we don't like. I don't believe in punishing your kids. You punish evil men, right? Like you discipline, you teach your kids.
Wow.
So instead of sending your parents ever send you in the corner, you gotta go stand in the corner.
Yeah.
You know, some garbage. Like what are you teaching your child? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So instead I'll be like, go ask Alexa something.
Wow.
And Alexa, she'll go back and forth with Alexa. So she's out of my hair. The daughter's out of my hair. And I got her but I redirected her energy from disobedience into education. And so she'll come back and she'll tell me all about like this story, James and the Giant Peach, that Alexa began to read her.
Wow.
And it's a wonderful tool. But I digress. The point is come up with your content category. So you got like 50 videos written down on a piece of paper, all within like 10 videos in 5 categories.
Wow.
And so you're never in a place where like, what am I going to film today? And then you just start filming. So I'm filming videos right now. I don't even have a channel banner yet. But we're going to have 5 or 6 videos on that channel, before anyone knows. And we're going to see how they do. You know, I didn't do any keyword research. I want you guys to know this. Like, I don't care what you're searching for.
Wow.
I don't care because YouTube is going to see Amazon Alexa and they're going to serve it to you in suggested.
Wow.
So, search is a tool. Don't get me wrong. And for some of us, like, you need the power of search. Like, don't get me wrong, but you should not be building a whole channel, your whole life
off of search,
off of what somebody else is putting into a Google search engine. Yeah,
that's powerful. This dude that was in the Clubhouse, Lewis, he's like a big YouTuber I never heard of until Clubhouse came around. But he said he builds his channel around his videos around suggested. He doesn't go for search. So you just confirmed that, And he said he makes like 7 figures on YouTube. That's crazy, man. So I think that's awesome. So build your silos, get your silos together, and wow, that's powerful. Cool. So I'm going to be looking forward to this new channel. What is it called? The new channel you have?
It is called Life Automated, and I'll put the link into the chat room right now. So if anybody wants to subscribe, there's nothing on the channel right now. We do have our first video coming out probably next week.
Cool.
And we're gonna even be talking about like best Alexa routines for YouTubers. Yeah, Carlos is working on the channel banner right now.
Nice.
I gave him the artwork. I'm like, all right, Carlos, you do this. If I have to do it, I'm never gonna get it done.
We have DJ Strick in the house. That's one of the homies. Kendall Andrea. I believe that's my cousin. Yeah, that's my cousin right there. What's up, Cuzzo?
Cool.
Be Love in the house. All right, cool. Diana Gladney's still hanging out with us. We're actually going to take it to Clubhouse in just a few. So if y'all have any questions or if you just want to chop it up with Owen, we're gonna hold him hostage for a few minutes in the Clubhouse.
Let's go. I'm having a good time, man. I'm fasting today, so my body is like regenerating cells like so fast. I'm like excited right now. Like this is fun. So let's go.
How many hours are you on right now on the fast?
24 hours.
Oh,
7:30, 24 hours.
Wow. Good luck, man.
I feel like $1 million, dude. I feel like $1 million. I haven't even thought about food, to be honest with you.
So if I go get cheese, just go get a pizza.
I know. Get it up in front of me, wafting through the internet, you cool. Bastard.
Cool. Let's see if I don't know if Diana's still on or DJ Strick. They can jump on the stream. I'm finna go ahead and just get the are we just going to open up Clubhouse and just do that right here while we're living? Yeah, I think so. And then we'll shut this stream down and we will go to Clubhouse. Man, I had already had the title in the room ready to go and everything, man. What happened here, man? I got to
go. If you guys, Jay asked a question earlier. I'm going to jump in. He asked about how do you develop an audience if you don't have an audience? And that's kind of where the silo strategy comes in, Jay. And I know Jay's content, so I'm gonna kind of get personal. Jay, you're kind of reaching out to a couple different audiences. You really need to focus on live stream sports and really be that guy, right? Jay is saying, Owen, you should do a video on Clubhouse. I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because Clubhouse is another social media app. It could collapse tomorrow. And we've seen social media apps collapse. And my channel is designed for video creators, not for the latest fad apps. Now, I like Clubhouse. I'm not trying to knock it, but I have to be really clear on what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do on my channel. And if I want my channel to generate an audience of people interested in video, then I have to be able to refrain from non-video apps. And so that's why I've made that decision strategically. Remember what I said in the beginning, guys. I did videos on WordPress. I did videos on Snapchat. I did videos on chatbots. And those videos did extremely well. Hundreds of thousands, and some of them have millions of views on them. But those is 4 different audiences. And when I make a video called How to Get Views on YouTube, my subscribers get an alert and they're like, I wanted WordPress tips, right? So don't make that mistake, right? You've got to stay in your lane, and your lane can be fairly wide as long as it's the same audience. And so, Jay, when you ask about how to develop an audience, you need to really have that value statement for your channel, right? On this channel, I do X for Y, right? So, hey, on this channel, we're going to teach high school and college sports broadcasters how to live stream your sports on YouTube and Facebook, maybe, or something like that, right? Or, hey, on this channel, we're going to teach you how to live stream your sporting events so that you can build your school spirit, XYZ. And then, I think that your audience needs to be collegiate, high school, athletic streamers, period. I don't think it's a huge audience, Jay. I think it's an audience that you could make $1 million from in a year. I do, from selling products and services. But I don't think it's this video is going to go viral type of audience. And that's okay, right? If you're a painter maybe that's a bad idea because painting could go pretty wild. But, you got to think about the size of your audience. You know what I mean? Widest net. If you're to say my audience is going to be you're going to do Christian content. You're going to do Jesus content, right? That's a big audience. That's a good size audience. If you're going to do Seventh-day Adventist content, Well, that's like a big audience, but like shrunken down massively. So you can't expect the same amount of views. That doesn't mean you can't have big hits on your channel. You know what I mean? But a big hit for Jay might be 30,000 views. You know? And then here's the thing, Jay, is that if you've got a program package for $5 grand, 10 grand, dope. You'll make money. You'll make plenty of money.
That's what's up. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the clubhouse room. And do you have your phone handy, bro?
Yeah, it's right here, bro.
Got your phone handy. Cool. Let me see here. Don't need to be famous. Cool. So I guess I just hit start. Okay.
Do you have to invite me to it? Or you should like start the room and invite me?
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna just start it now. I don't know if I need to invite you. So let's hit set topic. Boom.
Am I a co-host?
I don't know how to make you a co-host, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just start the room and then it will say like invite friends. Like click that plus sign.
All right, cool. Sweet. All right, yeah, people are jumping in. Oh,
Oh, great. That was quick.
Yeah. All right. So are you Owen video? Owen, let's just look for you here. Owen. Adrian's son on here. No, I don't see you though, brother.
Okay, live stream here. Let me go to
All right.
I guess you ain't ear only anymore.
Okay, now we're following each other. So
Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't following you. I thought I was following you here. Owen, I could have swore I was Owen.
there it is. Right there. It just popped up a second ago. There you go.
Yeah, I am following you. All right, cool. So can I add you?
But maybe you can't invite me unless I'm also following you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, you follow me. Okay, so you did just follow me. So let me go back to the room and look for you here. Okay, there you go. Bam. Alrighty. All right.
All right. I'm in the room.
All right, so let me get out of here. Make you a mod.
This is cool, bro. I like how you're putting that on the screen. That's kind of a neat way of doing this.
Yeah. And I believe once I let them speak here, invite to speak, then we'll be able to hear them through cause we did it last week and it worked out pretty good. So I'm going to make you a mod here, make moderator. And then let's go ahead and let people come up and ask you a question or whatever. And we'll stream it like this for a little bit, and then we'll stop the stream and go straight to Clubhouse. So if anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up on stage. Dr. Elo, I know you're up here already, so feel free to say something if you want. Mic check. Well, I know we. Oh, hold on. Sorry. All right, mic check. Hold on. I think. All right, my bad. Playthrough, yeah. iPad Pro.
Yo, Eliseo, your volume's pretty low over here, at least in that clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta change my PTR. So Dr. Elo, can you say something?
Something.
Can you say something, Owen?
Yo, 1 2.
Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear.
I was kind of.
It's probably because of the mics, the way the mics are set up.
Okay, mic check. Say something now, Owen.
Yo.
Yeah, see, I hear Owen. I hear you through. I hear you through Clubhouse, but not through the live stream. All right, DJ Strick, can you say something, brother?
Mic check. Testing this out. Hey man, appreciate you sending me the link.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which way you wanted me to go, but I'm cool on Clubhouse if you're okay.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool too. Cool. Well, hey man,
this way I trouble. I told my wife I was going downstairs to do some graphics.
Oh yeah, don't get in trouble, brother. Don't get in trouble. So Owen, can you hear them, Owen?
Yeah, they sound great.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, if anybody has a question for Owen video or a comment, I mean, we're just kind of live streaming on YouTube right now. Definitely feel free to raise your hand and come up and chop it up with us. Do you got anything to say, Dr. Elo or DJ Strick?
I got a question, but Elo was up first.
No, man. Go first. Go ahead.
Well, I got a quick question for you. What do you feel about multiple streams, like sending your content out to multiple streams, whether that's Facebook and YouTube, or even multiple channels on those platforms?
So like simultaneously?
Simultaneously. So even multiple channels on YouTube, multiple channels on Facebook, simultaneously using like Restream, something like that.
Now, okay, so I think I got to take the headphones off. I really like Restream, and I use Restream on a weekly basis. In fact, I recommend everybody go get Restream. I'm going to give you guys a link right here. Tell them that Owen Video sent you, because it is a phenomenal software with an amazing company. But you also got to have a Restream strategy. You know what I'm saying? There has to be content that is gated by a preferred platform. So we talk about having a YouTube specific platform. Give me a second. This echo is just kind of like it's throwing me off a little bit. Let me take the headphones off.
My bad. Hold on real quick.
When we talk about restreaming your content, I think it's a good idea to have like one show a week. That's what you do. You restream it, and you do Q&As. Maybe you do like a training. What's your content about?
It is streaming live, so we help streamers succeed.
Yeah, man, I would absolutely like restreaming. Multicasting is a big part of your platform. So I would absolutely do that, at least, a couple times a month, if not once a week. I would definitely do that. But you also have to have content that is platform specific, that supports the live content. So you can't escape the 7-minute, 5-minute videos that are helping streamers and live streamers get bigger and better. Case in point, we have a girl in my program right now. She's wonderful. She is so good at what she does. And she started making YouTube videos and doing so well. She was doing like these 5 to 7 minute videos that were all on topic, and they were beautiful, and they're everything that everybody wants them to be. But then she got overwhelmed in the work and started just streaming all of her content. And she told me, she said, I found out that I could stream 5 times a week in the time it takes me to make one video. But I was like, but none of these are getting any views.
Right.
They're not doing very well at all. So you have to mix it up. You got to have like your regular YouTube videos. And then you want to have like this weekly hosted stream that you do with Restream to engage your audience and show them how much you care.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Sense. So we are restreaming, but we haven't got to the point where we are either repurposing some of the video, like cutting it down, or making we have the idea, we just haven't started just doing 5 to 7 minute videos. So the idea is we did Vlogmas in December. So we're going to have that same kind of content and just focus on a 5-minute video on one topic to help streamers.
Yeah. And then when you stream, you tell people about it. You say, hey, don't forget to check out the channel, maybe during your countdown, if you've got a countdown, make a custom countdown that says hey, check out our playlists. And you're kind of it's we got a playlist on this, we got a playlist on that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, You got to have a good mix for YouTube. I wouldn't restream everything. And when you do restream, I would involve your audience as much as possible and really give them a chance to contribute to the content.
I got you.
It's a great question, bro. I appreciate that question.
No problem. I asked the right person.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and leave the live stream on YouTube, and then we'll take a few more questions inside the
I want to give the floor to somebody else, but if we're not going to talk, I got time.
My bad. We're live on YouTube. So I'm going to stop the YouTube stream now, and we're just going to go straight to Clubhouse, because I still really haven't figured out if they can hear me on YouTube, because we got the playthrough going. I know y'all can hear me in Clubhouse, but I don't know if they can hear me on the live stream in YouTube. But either way,
I didn't hear you on the live stream. I heard a bunch of quietness, but It's been great to be on the live stream. We'll take it over to Clubhouse, and I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation there.
That's what's up. So, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in here. I got to put myself back on the screen, man. So I'm a rookie. Thanks for tuning in here on YouTube. We are live now in Clubhouse, as you see here on the screen. So just come over to Clubhouse, and we're going to just answer some questions and get it popping over there with the after party, and we'll see y'all there. Love y'all. See y'all later next week. Creators on the come up.